Whether new shooter, longtime gun owner, or even police officer or soldier, your handgun needs a Crimson Trace laser sight or light. Get the confidence and reliability you need to protect family, home, and country. Crimson Trace.
Welcome back to another full hour of Tom Gresham's Gun Talk. Tom's bringing you the highlights of the IWA Outdoor Classics in Germany. Now, once again, from on location at the Exhibition Center in Nuremberg, here's Tom.
Welcome. Glad that you could be with us. We are at the EWA show in Nuremberg, Germany. It's my first time over here. A lot of people in the firearms industry have been coming for years. It is incredible. We're in the Ruger booth. They've been kind enough to host us here. We're actually doing the show on a Saturday for broadcast on Sunday because of the time zones. We couldn't do it. It'd be up at like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. That's not going to work. But we're having a ball over here. By the way, if you haven't done it yet, you've got absolutely must go to our YouTube channel, GUNTALK TV or GUNTALK Media. Just search on YouTube. You'll see the brand new video we just put up of our GT20 pistol, the 10-millimeter pistol that's available for sale only to the end of this month. March 31, it shuts down. It's gone. You cannot order it again. So you can get your deposit down. You can get your order in now. It's one of those, speak now or forever hold your peace. But we shot some great, no kidding, video. In fact, some have said this stuff is so good looking, it's gun porn. It's just that good. It's a sexy looking gun. And then I went to the range and I shot it, and it shoots great. It's a big old heavy all steel gun, so even with 10-millimeter loads, it doesn't kick a lot. So anyway, check it out. Go to our website, actually the YouTube channel, which is, just search for GUNTALK TV or GUNTALK Media. You'll see it there. Also, if you got our newsletter, of course, which you should have gotten the newsletter if you're a member of the True Squad, you can click on the link that came with that. All right, right now, talking about bullets and ammo and hunting and shooting and everything else, Jessica Brooks-Stevens joins us from Barnes Bullets. As long as I'm on the subject, 10-millimeter is kind of a cool caliber.
Hello, it's a little bit cool.
Yeah, and
Barnes has a phenomenal 10-millimeter load.
Brand new.
Well, we came out with it last year.
Yeah, well, it's still brand new.
Yeah, it's pretty new.
For those of us, you developed something for a year or more, so when it comes out, it's old to you, but it's still new to us.
No, right.
So why 10?
Why 10? Why not 10?
Because it's more powerful, right?
You know what? It kicks butt. I took it hunting in Texas last year.
Yeah?
For hogs and whitetail.
Cool.
I just love the load that we've come up with. 155 grain X pistol bullet, all copper performance, and I'll tell you what, it is astonishing.
Tell me about the X pistol bullet.
So all copper bullet with a hollow cavity, and in fact, the X pistol bullet came. My dad developed the X bullet in the late 80s. Right. 1989, we came out with that, and right after that, he came out with our all-copper muzzleloader bullet, and he said, hey, if I take this muzzleloader bullet and put a groove on it, it'll work in a pistol.
Yeah.
So
okay.
That's what he did.
So actually, this is not like a new bullet. This bullet has a big, long track record of hunting.
It's been...
So you know what this bullet does when it hits.
Sit for a year, and you know what? It's phenomenal. You know guys that shoot our muzzleloader bullets, and they will not shoot anything else. That is a phenomenal projectile, and you get the same performance in the X pistol bullet.
When you say performance... Describe what you're looking for in performance.
So, in terminal performance, our theory is you want a deep penetrating projectile, you want maximum tissue damage, you want deep penetration so that the animal goes down immediately. Really, that's what we're all looking for.
And the all-copper design gives you really deep penetration.
It really does. It holds together so it carries the momentum through the animal. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you have a longer wound channel, you have more tissue destruction, more bone damage, and your animal's just dispatched quicker. And as ethical hunters, that's what we want, right, Tom?
That's what it's about. So 10-millimeter is a great hunting caliber.
Yeah.
And this new pistol is cool. It's 5-inch barrel.
It's
all
beautiful.
steel. Isn't it gorgeous?
Oh, it's beautiful. I'm so excited for you. Congratulations
this
on
fun.
20 years.
How about that?
I know.
So,
I know it.
We're just having a ball.
This is fun. You know what? And it's so great to see you and Ryan here at Euro Disney for Gun Freaks, right?
It is. All right. I love this. I'm going to give you the biggest softball question in the world.
Okay, what?
What's the last thing you shot?
I knew you'd ask. Cape Buffalo in Mozambique,
and
baby.
How much do I hate you?
No, you love me because I took over a 470 Nitro and this buffalo from at 20 yards. We took him out of a group of Dugga boys, and 20 yards away. And you know what? It's something I've wanted to do my entire life.
Double rifle,
Dug-a-Boy, with Vortex ammunition, 500 grain bullet, and 470 nitro. And I'll tell you what, he just... It hammered him. And the fun thing was the pH, he said, now, you're probably going to need to shoot him more than once because this is an expanding bullet. And I said, well, yes, I will do that anyway, but I believe he'll be dead on his feet.
But it's an expanding bullet that penetrates
like a solid.
Like a solid.
Right. And in fact, we recovered one of the bullets and it penetrated 5 feet of this buffalo and it just looked picture perfect. It was beautiful.
Ah, okay.
So I've hunted buffalo, Cape buffalo, taken them, and water buffalo in Australia, but never with a double rifle. So this was quite an accomplishment for me, and I was very excited.
So you were telling me you shot him, he spun around, you shot him again, and down he goes.
He didn't go 3 feet, and the professional hunter was so impressed. And I said, nothing makes up for bullet diameter, right? I mean, you're shooting a big caliber.
Right,
That's extra insurance.
Yeah.
But
470 is a good caliber.
It's a good caliber.
Yes. Okay.
And I was using a Blaser S2, and the rifle really fit me well. And it was just such a fun experience. I loved it so much I almost want to hunt mule deer with it, but that's just sick and wrong, right?
No, it's not. I just got a 4.58.
I know you did.
For absolutely no reason whatsoever.
You know
Makes
what?
no sense at all.
There is always a reason to buy a 4.58. Always.
True.
Especially when it's a beautiful Dakota that Bollinger did the work on,
true.
Tom. Let's be honest.
I found this left-handed rifle online, and it's kind of like, was this beautiful puppy that nobody wanted. I said, okay, I'll give it a home. So there you go.
That.
So what are you going to do, right?
You got to have it. It's a classic cartridge.
All right, so quickly, you guys have been up to all kind of cool new stuff.
You know what? Barnes is hot. Our new product introductions this year. Barnes has finally entered the match target training competitive shooting arena.
That's different for you.
Well, it really is. We're known for our hunting bullets, and people, the hunters know Barnes for performance and premium products. Now they're going to know us on the range. So we've got 2 new ammunition lines. We've got precision match ammunition,
right,
and then we have range AR. Now, range AR, we've got 2 SKUs, 5.56 and 300 blackout.
Okay.
But the cool thing about range AR, and I'm so excited about this product, it's very reasonably priced so that shooters can send thousands of rounds downrange in practice.
Okay.
No lead core. The core is zinc.
Zinc.
Yes. So it's a copper jacket with a zinc core. Why did we do that?
Why did you do that?
First of all, Barnes is the king of manufacturing alternative material bullets, right? We can actually make a zinc core bullet cheaper than we can make a lead core bullet because we know how to work with alternative materials.
Okay.
So here's something cool. This is what we found out. With the zinc, the way that it breaks up, it's actually more frangible than a frangible product. So we took a steel plate, AR-500, placed it at 3 feet away from the muzzle.
Okay.
We shot 55 grain FMJs into the steel plate, 1/4 inch thick. 9th shot, the FMJ punched through the steel.
Okay.
65 shots later, the zinc core range AR product punched through the steel. If you're on the range and you want to save your steel, this range AR product is phenomenal.
That's interesting. Now, you're not saying to use it as frangible where you could shoot it up close.
No.
Okay. It's not designed for that.
It's not designed for that, no. But what I'm saying is it's very easy on steel targets and easier than it's easier on steel targets than even a frangible bullet, which we didn't. That was just kind of a bonus for us to know.
So, but basically, it's designed to be an accurate practice round.
Yeah, target training competition.
Okay.
3 multi-gun shooters, they're going to love it. I mean, 5.56, it's a 52 grain bullet for close engagement, and no ricochets because, again, it breaks up and you're not having stuff splash back at close targets.
Right. Of course, 223 is a hot topic right now with the 8.55 possible ATF ban and all that. It's crazy stuff. And people say, well, I can't find any ammo. You're making ammo.
We're making ammo. It's just this is not that real cheap,
Yeah.
And we're never going to be that company.
That's not where you are.
That's not where we live.
No, you live in the quality ammo world there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got the range AR in 5.56 and 300 blackout, and then in the precision match it's going to be great for multi-gun shooters as well or long-range precision shooters. We've got it in 5.56. 308 Winchester, 300 Win Mag, and 338 Lapua.
Okay. Tell you what, we're going to have to pick some of this up when we get together next time. Okay?
Tom, you know how much I love to talk about bullets and ammo.
Yeah, you think? I mean, come on. We come up with showing pictures of dead critters, and I shot it with this, and there you go. 470. I still hate you.
Oh, I love you so much.
All right. Jessica Brooks Stevens, Barnes Bullets. The website is?
BarnesBullets.com.
Easy enough.
Come visit us and see the videos on the new range products right on our homepage.
Excellent. All right. Don't go anywhere, everybody. We're going to be right back from the EWA show in Germany.
The XDM 3.8 Compact from Springfield Armory is 2 guns in 1. Use as your concealed carry gun with a compact magazine and use the extended magazine for home defense. Carry 13 rounds of 9mm in the compact magazine and a whopping 19 rounds in the extended magazine. To see the entire family of Springfield Armory XDM pistols, go to SpringfieldArmory.com. That's SpringfieldArmory.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Gresham. For more than 40 years, I've been watching an environmental disaster in my backyard, and it actually impacts all sportsmen in America. I'm talking about the massive loss of land on the Louisiana coastline. The U.S. Geological Survey said the swamps and marshes of coastal Louisiana are among the nation's most fragile and valuable wetlands. That land is disappearing. The Mississippi River Delta hosts as many as 10 million ducks and geese every winter. These are birds which migrate northward through the states, all the way to Canada. The wetlands of the Delta support some of America's best fresh and saltwater fishing. And here's the deal. The wetlands of the Mississippi River Delta are disappearing at a rate of 1 football field every hour. 1 football field every hour. Gone. We can reconnect the river with its wetlands and restore the Delta, but we need your help. Please visit vanishingparadise.org. That's vanishingparadise.org.
Everyone knows that dry fire practice can make you a better shooter. Make it count with the Score Time Laser Trainer Target from LaserLight. Use your own gun with LaserLight Laser or the LaserLight Trigger Time Laser Pistol to get great practice and have fun doing it. It's like an electronic dartboard target for your gun, with scoring, timer, and shot display. To see more, go to laserlight.com. That's laser, Lyte.com.
If you're looking for a safe and trusted way to sell your firearms, look no further than Dury's Gun Shop. I trusted them to sell my dad's collection. They built their business for over 50 years on honesty and customer service. Dury's Guns will buy any size collection or estate, none too big or too small. Selling your firearms to Dury's Guns is easy. Go with the pros. I trust Dury's Guns. Dury'sGuns.com. All right, back with you here. We're at the EWA show in Nuremberg, Germany, talking about guns with everybody we can find, especially a lot of people we don't normally or usually talk to. And now we have, is it Lucio?
Lucio.
Help me.
Porreca
from Bennelli. Now, this is not Bennelli, USA. This is Bennelli in Italy.
Exactly. We are the manufacturer.
The manufacturer of Bennelli, which most of our listeners know Bennelli products because they have such a great reputation for so many years. If you would, give us a little history of Bennelli and how it got started.
Okay, yes, thank you. Bennelli was founded in 1967 in Italy, in a very small town which is called Urbino, in the central part of Italy. It is more or less in the middle between Rome and Milan. Okay, we start very early our good success because we made from the beginning a choice radical. I mean, while all the other manufacturers in semi-auto shotgun were focused on the gas operating system,
right,
we started with an inertia system that at that time was an absolute novelty. Nobody has this novelty, and of course we were able to patent this novelty. So for the first 20 years, we were the first and only to make
an inertial recoil system.
Exactly.
Because you're right. Back then, it was the gas-operated semi-auto was king, And I remember when Bennelli came out with, people were scratching their heads and wondering, what is this? Why? And the question is, why?
This is really a lucky combination of factors because, yes, Bennelli is a very recent company, born only in 1967, but it is a branch of a motorcycle company who was founded in 1911 in the central part of Italy, Bennelli Motorcycle. Until today, if you say in Italy Bennelli to a general public, the first thing they reply is, motorcycle, more than semi-auto.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, and of course the Bennelli Black Eagle, the Super Black Eagle in the United States has become one of the premier waterfowl and hunting shotguns because of its reliability.
Exactly. In 1991, we launched the first version of Super Black Eagle in Super Magnum. At that time, we were the very first with a Super Magnum chamber.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For some reason, basically because in Italian legislation, the 10 gauge is absolutely forbidden. So we didn't have any choice or to make a bigger chamber or not to be able to shoot to waterfalls. Okay, so we follow the road of a Super Magnum and we develop on the inertia system a Super Magnum semi-auto that is a perfect combination of factors. It proved to be very, very reliable and very successful.
It is. Shooting the 3.5-inch 12-gauge Magnum in the Super Black Eagle has for many years been the go-to gun, the one that all waterfowl hunters wanted to use. And I will tell you, we've done a lot of testing of semi-automatic shotguns, and that inertial system works even when it's dirty, even when it's not cleaned, it just keeps working.
Yes, thank you. This is the main benefit, the main advantage of this system, the reliability. It's a so simple mechanism, so simple functionality that it always works.
All right, well, brings us to the latest introduction, which is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Is this the first over and under for Bennelli?
It is absolutely the first. Historically, we were focused on semi-auto only, and we had a small branch, we can say, in pump actions.
Mm-hmm.
But over-unders so far was a product unknown to us, because for our reputation, over-under is a too traditional sector.
Mm-hmm.
And so we thought there was nothing to make in this sector for Bennelli. Then we spent 5 years focused on this product, and now, after 5 years, we are ready to present something new in over-under sector. May seem a contradiction, but this is a contemporary over-under.
A contemporary over and under. It's called the 828U. And one of the things that I learned in your booth was you did not start with any other design and say, well, it's going to be a box lock or a side lock or whatever. You told your engineers, go start from a plain sheet of paper and create a brand new gun.
Correct. In our tradition, when we put our eyes on a new product, we don't want to follow anybody before us. We start from the very beginning, we rethink, we redesign, we start from a completely empty sheet, and so we did for the over-under. This time we redesigned completely, starting from the closing system. So now we have a plate lock system that is a new way to consider the monoblock. On this gun, consider we have 3 patents.
3 patents on it.
And for the over-under sector is really something.
I was just going to say, it seems incredible you could even get patents, so it shows that you've really done something new and different.
Exactly. Especially because this gun can seem at first sight more complex than a traditional over-under. In reality, is completely the opposite. It is much simpler. Consider all the system connected to the barrel part are in the barrel block. Mm-hmm. All system and functionality connected to the action part are in the action.
No cocking action out in the forearm or any of that from traditional guns.
Exactly. The recocking system is in the up opening lever.
The top lever up there.
In the top lever, right. So is all in the action, while all the ejection mechanism is connected to the barrels. So there is no link, no interconnectivity between the trigger and the ejection system.
What is the advantage to the shooter for that?
Simplicity. Is like in the semi-auto. In mechanics, and weapons are basically mechanics products, the less parts you have in the mechanism, more the mechanism is reliable and safe.
Sure. Simpler is going to be more reliable. There's less to go wrong.
Exactly.
Okay. What our listeners cannot tell, they cannot see this gun, and how absolutely stunningly beautiful it is. The lines are, well, they're beautiful Italian lines.
Thank you.
And it's a rounded action.
Yes.
It feels good. The checkering is a different style of checkering. The wood is beautiful. You've got some shooter comfort items designed into the stock. You can tell that shooters were involved in the development of this. Yes, there were engineers, but it's designed for shooters.
Right, you are completely right, because really we had a panel of end customer, of hunters involved from the beginning in the engineering of the gun.
Now, it does not look exactly like a traditional over and under, but it's not so radical as to turn off someone who likes the form of an over and under.
Yes, completely. One of the basic point was the 8-weight is different, not to be different, not for its own sake.
Mm-hmm.
Every time a customer finds something different from the traditional over-under, it is because we improved this part. We made this part more performant. So 8-weight is different to be better. We never change one single part only for aesthetical or cosmetic reasons.
So if it's different, it was designed to work better. Lucio, thank you so much for joining me here.
Thank you.
It's a real pleasure. I truly love this over and under. It is just a thing of beauty. It really is. And the way you have designed it and made it is just wonderful. So congratulations, bravo.
Very kind of you.
Very good. All right, it is the Bennelli 828U. If you've not seen it, go online, look at the Bennelli website, go to your local dealer, check it out, because I tell you, once you see it, once you get it in your hands, you're going to fall in love. All right, be right back with you with more from the IWA show in Nuremberg, Germany.
Today, we're on location at the IWA Outdoor Classics in Nuremberg, Germany. Now, back to Tom.
Welcome back to Gun Talk. We're at the IWA show, and we're actually in the Ruger booth. We're in Nuremberg, Germany, where we've been partaking of, yes, German beer and sausage. It seems like those are the two food groups, that what we're doing around here. I'm sure that's what the tourists do, but that's okay. We're having fun. We're with 40,000 people from, well, quite literally from around the world who've gotten together here to look at guns, scopes, ammo, accessories, incredible clothing, some of the most beautiful hunting clothing you'll ever see anywhere. We're joined right now by Kim Graham. She's the VP of Sales and Marketing at Grovtec, which is not a foreign company. It's actually, it's in the country of Oregon.
Exactly.
Hi. How are you?
Hi, Tom. Thank you for the invitation.
Good. Now, this is not your first IWA show, I think.
No, it is not.
It's my first, and I'm just trying to figure this whole thing out.
Oh, this seriously is your first?
My first time over here.
Well,
so
welcome here.
Yeah, this is fun.
It is fun. It is fun. It's completely different than any other show in the States.
It is. It's a different vibe to it. It's and you're meeting people. It's interesting. You're seeing people and finding out what's different, but you also find out what is similar, what's the same.
Definitely.
With people who enjoy shooting, like the shooting sports and all. Now, since you've been coming over here, what do you see that's different about selling fire? Well, first of all, we got to tell people what Grovtec is so they'll understand what we're talking about. Okay?
Perfect. Let's see. As you said, we're a manufacturer based in Oregon, just outside of Portland. We manufacture sling swivels and nylon holsters, nylon slings, some cleaning accessories, and ammo carriers.
Okay.
And we manufacture everything under one roof. So
Brilliant. Right there in Oregon.
we do everything. We try and control all the quality.
Okay. So, obviously you sell into the U.S. and you know the U.S. market. What's different about selling into, say, a European market for guns and accessories and slings and everything that you do?
You know, so when we're having our sales pitch within the United States, we assume that everybody has, the same gun rights and the same, the same types of firearms. When you're selling outside of the United States, it's different because there's not handguns. So our holster line not necessarily goes along with, their SKU listings.
Concealed carry is not a big thing over here.
Exactly. Or you look at modern sporting rifles. There's still a lot of countries that just frown upon them. So,
although I will say I have been surprised at the number of AR-15 platform type guns I've seen here.
Yeah, and that is true. I think maybe it's I don't know, maybe they're a little further behind than the United States, that acceptation.
But it's kind of surprised. I did not expect to see any of them, honestly.
Yeah. Law enforcement, that's all. They're law enforcement and military, that's it.
And, of course, you make a lot of products for the modern sporting rifle, but also for traditional hunting rifles.
We do. We have, in our swivel line, we have a fit for basically every rifle and shotgun out there. And then we also have a lot of tactical mounts, the bipod mounts, the rail mounts, the majority of the push buttons on the market, we actually produce those.
So are you OEMing a product?
We OEM a lot of products.
So it may not say Grovtec, but it could be a Grovtec product.
Exactly.
Right, let me ask you a leading question. It may sound like a dumb question. Seems to me like people are looking at it and say, well, a sling swivel's a sling swivel. What's the big deal? Why would you choose one over another? I mean, it's just a thing that holds your sling and your gun.
Okay, well, think about that. It is. It's just this little thing that holds the sling to the rifle, or the sling to the rifle.
Right.
That little thing has a lot of pressure on it. You think about carrying it, you think about the different positions, the shooting positions, just the carrying positions. There is so much quality that needs to be in that sling swivel. Think about how much your firearm costs, how much your scope costs. If you have a swivel that fails,
basically you drop your rifle into whatever environment you're in, whether you're wading through knee-deep water or on the side of a mountain, a shale slide, and it takes off and goes 400 feet down the mountain, or wherever it happens to be.
Yes, so that $10 pair of swivel is very important.
Actually,
so the quality,
everything hangs on that.
You're right.
Everything is hanging on that. Literally, not just your rifle, and not just your rifle and your scope, but your entire hunt. It's basically all hanging on that.
Right.
If it comes off and goes down the mountain, then you don't know if it's sighted in, you don't know if it's going to work, or anything else. That's very interesting.
Just the damage.
It's probably, I hate to say this because it's your business, that's got to be like the least appreciated item that people put on their rifles.
Thank you. It is. It is. And it's amazing the amount of people that just go out and, the research and the dedication and on the types of firearms they want to buy, or the caliber, or the scope that they want to use. There's so much research, but they're so quick to go and pick up anything off the shelf as far as a swivel goes or a sling goes.
Yeah.
So we're really proud of being made in the USA, and we're proud of our quality. Each and every person is really dedicated to their jobs.
How old is the company?
We actually, we opened our doors in 2006.
So you're a young company.
We are a young company. Young company with a lot of history. The majority of us actually have been in the firearms industry for, I guess.
Actually, used to make sling swivel thingies for somebody else.
We did.
Yes. So okay. So this is not your first go around on making these. You figured it out a long time ago.
We have a lot of experience in the manufacturing.
Okay. So what's new with Grovtec?
We have a lot of new things this year. So we have some new tactical mounts, some limited rotation swivel bases for the push buttons that'll go on the Picatinny. We have some extended magazine tube mounts, the brackets that will hold a rail and a push button and also a stud, different variations. We've introduced a couple new slings this year in the Grovtec, which has been such a popular camel pattern. So that's new for us. Let's see, and we've just got a few more adapters. That's kind of our specialty. How do people know which sling swivel to get for their particular firearm? Oh, good question. It depends. A lot of the rifles and shotguns now come with either studs or the push buttons attachments already on them. There's so many different variations and so many different accessories that are made, to add. I think it just really boils down to how you're wanting to use it, what type of sling you want to use, because that positioning of the sling is obviously key to where the mount is going to be. Are all of your sling swivels quick detach, or do you have a choice there? Most of them are, back in my previous life, quick detach always meant the standard swivel that had the gate that opened and the pin that went through the wood screw or the machine screw. Now the terminology has kind of slid more towards the push button being the quick detachable. Okay. So, that terminology, it's like we've kind of bypassed the terminology at this point, haven't we? It is. And honestly, the push button was one of the original swivels that was made years and years and years ago. Yes. Didn't know that. And it's just circled all back around. All right. Well, look, I really appreciate you being here. For people who want to know more about Grovtec, where do they go? You can go to our website. It's www.grovtec, and it's Grov as in Victor, T as in Tom, EC.com. Grovtec, GROVTEC.com. Yep. No E in Grove, no H in Tech. Okay. That'll work. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Now I've learned more about sling swivels than I knew before. I know. There you go. Who knew? All right, hang on, everybody. We'll be right back with more Gun Talk.
Accurate, powerful, consistent. At Double Tap Ammunition, we offer 364 loads in 83 calibers that give you exactly what you've been looking for. Try us out at www.doubletapammo.com and use the promo code GUNTALK for 10% off your order.
Are you looking for a place to shoot? The National Shooting Sports Foundation has a great website called wheretoshoot.org. It's the largest database of shooting ranges on the internet. It's also a great resource for shooters where you can find video tips, printable targets, and a lot more. Find it online at wheretoshoot.org. And while you're there, download their free iPhone app. That's wheretoshoot.org.
The .45 Auto, also known as the 1911, is the standard other defensive pistols are measured against. No matter what pistol you carry, techniques developed around the 1911 are vital. You know you need training, and you know your concealed carry class definitely was not training. Now Gun Talk presents an exciting DVD, Fighting with the 1911 with Tiger McKee. Tiger's unique training style will have you drawing, moving, shooting, and running your gun better, no matter what style pistol you prefer. At ShopGuntalk.com, you can order our DVDs of Tiger's instruction. ShopGuntalk.com also has a 2-DVD set, including Concealed Carry 1. Get both for the information you know you need. This really is life and death. ShopGuntalk.com has DVDs, books, and other essential gear. ShopGuntalk.com. That's ShopGuntalk.com.
At Double Tap Ammunition, we hand inspect every round that we make, and we use only the best components to give you the best ammunition on the market. Try us out at www.doubletapammo.com and use the promo code GUNTALK for 10% off your order.
All right, back with you here. We are at the EWA show, of course, still here, having a ball, talking to everybody. It's interesting during the breaks when people are walking by, they come up, say hello, and we're just having a good old time around here. Joining me right now is Ryan Gresham, of course, co-host of GUNTALK, Guns and Gear TV, and producer of First Person Defender. Ryan, we kind of teased the moving target. We didn't tell them what it was, but you can make your own moving target for practicing shooting moving things.
You
right?
Sure can, yeah. And I mean, how many of us actually get to practice shooting a moving target? It's a great skill to have for a lot of different reasons, whether you're shooting a handgun, a rifle, whatever it may be.
Right. And it can be a lot of fun.
And it's a lot of fun, sure. So there are probably a few different ways you could do this, and actually it'd be interesting to get our listeners to email in their ways that they've done it. But basically you get an old tire, a car tire, and as we know, car tires are wide and they roll pretty nice if you get them going, and you stick a piece of cardboard or something in there, and you find a small hill, or you get a friend that can push that sucker and get out of the way, and now you've got a moving target rolling down the hill.
Obviously, you have to have a safe background.
Absolutely. Safe background, and make sure that you coordinate with if someone's going to start pushing this thing.
Your pusher has some place to get behind or something.
Absolutely.
But as this either rolls down a hill or down a road or whatever, if you got a little gravel road out in your piece of property, you can roll it down there. There's just a lot of ways to go and you can do it at short range and at long range.
Absolutely. And, and depending on what your terrain is, you could probably do it with a hula hoop, staple a target to a hula hoop. Same principle applies, but you get to practice that moving target.
Yep, exactly. And if you had like an old, trying to think, if it wouldn't really work well with like a soccer ball or a basketball because one hit and it's gone.
Right, exactly.
But if you had like some kind of a solid rubber ball, you could do something like that.
Now, how about practicing your handgun hunting on moving targets?
Ooh.
Get out your GT20 10 millimeter.
Ooh, yeah.
And practice, a lot of people look at the GT10 and think, boy, that would be a sweet hunting handgun.
Well, that's kind of was the thought behind it.
Obviously in the South and some other places, hog hunting.
Right.
Hog hunting, a lot of times they're moving, they're running.
Yeah.
Practice with that.
I would think that would also be, javelina are like perfect made for handgun hunting.
Oh, yeah.
You can sneak up on javelina. But how about for stuff you call in? Coyotes.
Sure.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That'd be cool.
That'd be, and not to mention the fact that, frankly, these 10 millimeter loads we have now are fabulous for deer. Anything deer size would work just fine for if you could get close enough to an antelope, and sometimes you can. Bow hunters do.
I mean, you have a 40 grain bullet.
Or 40 caliber bullet.
40 caliber bullet. 180 grain.
Anywhere from 135, 125 to 180 grain or more, going anywhere from 1,200 to 1,600 feet per second, depending on the load.
Plenty of energy there.
It'll shoot. You got 70% more energy than a 40 Smith & Wesson.
Where do they go to get the GT20 or take a look at it?
DurysGuns.com. You can go place your order there, but if you want to go look at the cool video we just shot, and I got to admit, I'm pretty happy with the video. It turned out really nice.
You're proud of that video.
I am proud of that video. We did some really cool studio stuff. I mean, come on.
It really shows it off.
The gun is gorgeous.
I was going to say, it's a real pretty gun.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they go to Dury's Guns, it has all the information there, and you can buy one.
You can buy one. You can put your order in because at the end of this month, March 31st is the last day you can place an order, and then that's it. We're not going to make any after that. I mean, we're not going to take any orders, so however many we get orders for.
Limited run. You'll be the only guy at the range that has one.
This is just a fun thing to do because it commemorates the 20 years of Gun Talk. And when I shot it, you saw the video. Even with the heavy loads, almost no recoil. It's a big old heavy gun, which is fine. It's all steel, 5-inch barrel.
Yeah.
And it hangs on target, and it just is a sweetheart to shoot. And the trigger pull.
Nice trigger pull. It's single action only.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's not to like?
What's not to like? I mean, it just works. So this is one of those that, and I had people, after we had the GT10 several years ago, later on they said, well, can I still get one? I said, no.
It's done.
You didn't move quickly. So what do we say? Don't be that guy.
That's right. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Don't be the one. The next month is saying, well, can I still get an order in? No. When we said it ends at March 31st, we're not kidding. So you only have like 2.5 weeks, something like that, left to get in your order. All right, don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to be seeing a little bit more about what's going on around here, and also a little bit more about the GT20. Back with you here on the floor of the EWA show. We're at the Ruger booth. I appreciate the folks from Ruger kind of helping us out. This is our first time over here, Ryan.
Yeah, in the Ruger booth in Germany. And, people say, boy, they don't have any guns anywhere else in the world. Well, that's not exactly true.
No.
There are a lot of guns in this room.
A lot of guns here and a lot of gun owners throughout Europe. Now, to be fair, they do have to put up with a lot more stuff than we ever did before. They have a different environment, and it's interesting. A lot of them will say, well, you guys need to hold on to your rights because we've lost a lot of ours here. But at the same time, they're dealing with a lot of the same things that we're dealing with over in the U.S.
Yeah, they've seen what can happen and how far it can go. But it's funny. What's funny is when you talk to some of the folks here and they explain, well, the laws here in Germany are, and they give you some certain set of laws, and it's different here in Italy, and it's different in England. And every time you hear about one of their rules, it just goes to show you how ridiculous and arbitrary these gun laws can be.
They are. In one place, you can't have a takedown gun. What did we just hear? At one place, they said, well, yes, you can have a modern gun, but you can't have a muzzleloader because they're just too darn dangerous.
That's right, a muzzleloader.
Muzzleloader, because you couldn't possibly know how to load your own gun.
That's right here in Germany.
Putting powder down the barrel, really, that's just way too dangerous.
I think they said you can own as many rifles as you'd like. You can own 2 handguns, but you're not allowed to own a muzzleloader.
Yeah, so all gun control laws are arbitrary, and none of them make any sense because none of them do anything to make anybody safer or to reduce crime.
I was just talking to some guys from a laser company, and I said, what's the deal with lasers? He said, well, basically they're illegal on guns here. And it depends on the country and the regs, but in some places you're not allowed to have a laser. Some places you're not allowed. You can have a laser, but you cannot put it on a gun. Same thing with a flashlight. You're not allowed to put a flashlight on a gun in a lot of these countries.
I'm
struck
dumb. I don't know what to say about that.
If you take a mini mag light and tape it to your gun, you're
breaking the law.
You're breaking the law. Yep.
That's why we use rubber bands, baby. We can get them off quick.
Yeah. But, it just going back to how ridiculous these laws are. And it's always, whether it's a different state, all the different states have their different laws, and none of it does anything.
Right.
We have the magic number for magazine capacity depending on which state you're in. Well, none of them do anything. It's a 10 round, it's a 7 round, it's a 15 round.
15 round, pick a number. None of them make any difference whatsoever, and they're all, once again, are arbitrary and not based. Now, look, before you turn the page, we're looking at this publication, and in England it says, Labor turns its sights on shooting. So over there, they've got a political party that is targeting shooting and gun ownership.
That's right.
Gee, it sounds just like home, right?
Yeah. The Hunting Act is a 97% failure.
There you go.
Air gun licensing. They're trying to make you license your air gun. This is the kind of stuff that you let this keep happening. There's never an end game for them. The end game is
no guns.
No guns.
Right. So there's no compromise position that makes them stop. There's nothing that makes them satisfied other than getting all the guns.
That's right.
So, you got to look over here and say, well, that's just ridiculous. That would never happen here. Really? Well, the people back in the 1950s and 60s never imagined having to go fill out a form to buy a gun or to ask the FBI, please, mother, may I purchase this gun every time they want to buy a gun. They would have literally laughed in your face at the very idea that anybody would do that, or that you would even have such a thing as a licensed gun store when you could buy guns in every hardware store and gas station back then.
That's right.
So, things change, and the problem is what lasts for a while becomes normal. A new generation comes along and thinks, well, that's just normal.
That's just the way it is.
And the older generation say, no, it was not like that before. And then something else changes and it becomes normalized.
That's
and
right.
That is a very bad thing. All right. Well, we mentioned the GT20. I mean, if you want to take a look at the video on that, go to the YouTube channel, GunTalk Media, GunTalk TV on YouTube. Take a look at it. I'm pretty happy with that. And if you want one of them, just go to DuriesGuns.com. Get your order in, because when they're gone, baby, they are gone.